You alright, guys?
I'm Dan.
And I'm Andy.
Welcome to Game Couch. Right, this week we're going to be taking a look at the hugely anticipated Halo 4. That's the limited edition version of that right there.
Which is the first game in the Reclaimer trilogy made by 343 Studios.
So, here's a quick rundown of the game in a nutshell before we get into any spoilers.
Plot serves its purpose, but it's not going to change your life.
The multiplayer is fantastic, by far and away probably the best Halo Online so far.
Looks great, the graphics and the animations are absolutely impeccable.
It also sounds great, and it's the best Halo game in the series since Combat Evolved.
Should we finish this fight?
Hoorah!
In a world of giant shooters. The Halo series, previously made by Bungie, is second only to Call of Duty's huge twitching pectorals, but still stands taller and greener than the Gears of War testosterone-fueled distribution cannon.
Gears of War is better than COD. The reins, now delicately handled by 343 Studios, albeit manned by quite a few ex-Bungie staff, the extra hand and new ideas in this installment really do show, making a game that stands true to the original series and ideas, but changes and develops to make this sequel different to the previous ones, thus giving it its own character. You know, the way a sequel is supposed to do.
The plot of this game is kept quite simple, you know, the whole saving the universe shtick, and it's broken into a simple 3-act structure. We're in the middle of breakfast when the Didact threatens to fuck some shit up, we go on a journey out to stop said shit getting fucked, and we do. It's nice and neat and tidy, and there's nothing wrong with that, if the gameplay is challenging, exciting, and or funny enough to carry it off. Unfortunately, it doesn't. The Halo games have always had a problem with being too easy to follow, and by follow I mean, go to next blue arrow, check. Go to next blue arrow, check. Well done, Chief, you saved the universe through extreme military fortitude and intelligence. You managed to save everybody. Really? I just thought I was collecting bits of candy in between cutscenes. This is down to the separation between action and narrative. If I need to find something, please don't tell me where it is. Use the game's environments to lead me through on the journey.
In the game's credit, the plot is expanded to more than just the immediate threat of being turned into Cybermen. The most prominent side plot is the upsetting fact that Cortana is starting to die of rampancy, a condition that all smart AI suffer from after they live out their shelf life, and basically they think themselves to death. So they intend on making it back to Earth so that she can be saved. This setup leads to some great dialogue between the Chief and Cortana, really expanding and exploring their relationship and even suggesting their feelings may be more poignant than simple comrades in arms, even though Chief's contributions mainly consist of, "I won't let that happen. You know I can't do that. You'll be okay. Feel comforted by my calm, manly voice." Like Andy said earlier, one of the better changes by 343 is the increased dialogue by the Chief, really confirming that he isn't just a silent protagonist and still is in fact human under all that armour. One of the more notable changes is Cortana's appearance, made all the more prominent by the fact that the game's got amazing graphics. She actually looks somewhat cuter now, which also makes her a lot more vulnerable, so the whole rampancy plot thing, just to me personally, is a lot more heartbreaking.
On a side note, how come nobody ever notices that Chief's armour changes all by itself?
Yeah, I know. And he's had it on since Halo 2, and given all the work he does, imagine how quickly everybody died on the Infinity when all his body odor came floating out after they took the suit off. And the other thing is as well, he's been in cryo for 4 years, and we don't see him once go for a shit or a piss. He must be absolutely busting.
I think he just handles it really manly. Like he'll be in the middle of combat and he'll just stop and go, "Ugh, done." Moving on.
Must kill next Covenant. Although there are some issues with the story and the gameplay separations, the gameplay itself is very solid. It does feel different to some of the previous Bungie games, and the weapons look and sound different. They actually sound awesome. But all of these are positive, and I'd be disappointed if the new studio just repackaged the old stuff from Bungie. In mine and Andy's opinion, it does play better than most other shooters, including the other Halo games, as we said. The main point that separates Halo from other shooters, though, is that when I'm playing the campaign, it doesn't feel like I'm playing a game that was designed for multiplayer. Modern Warfare 3 really suffers from that, because it feels like they've made the multiplayer first, made it mint because that's where the money is, and then just bastard crappy old campaign together to just help sell it to the fans who don't have Xbox Live.
Yeah, I agree with that entirely.
Halo 4 doesn't. Halo 4 feels like it was made to be a single player game, and the multiplayer is just an addition. A very well executed addition, but certainly not the main focus. And there's something about the new colour palette that gives the game a very different flavour as well, but that's for you to decide for yourself.
To wrap up, I mean, me and Dan are both massive Halo fans anyway, but we think 343 did a damn good job with this game. It can't be easy intercepting such a huge brand at such a late stage, with all the pressure of handling it well.
I mean, we do predict that some of the major fanboys will complain about what happens at the end of the plot and whinge, but really, who gives a shit about what uber fanboys think anyway? My hat is off to 343 Studios. Halo 4 is probably the second best game that I've played all year, beaten only by Mass Effect 3.
If I had a hat, I would take it off as well.
Good work, 343. Well done.
Well done.
Keep it up.
Cheers for watching, guys. That was Halo 4. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any requests for any videos in the future, please stick them in the comments below, and feel free to check out our other stuff.
Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
See you later.
See you later.